Hey guys, so this is gonna be a little mini tutorial, just because I really like this scene from, what was it, Buckball season, this episode, and I really like this shot here, just how technically, like this perspective shot, how like these chairs are like rotating in 3D space, while these are walking in the parallax background. It's just really cool, so I thought, let's try and recreate it myself, so I made this little flash screen here. Don't need that. There we go. That was where I just took everything, because I'm already made. I did the little cooking trick and already got everything set up. So here's scene 1. This is flash mode. Just save it. I don't want to. Okay, whatever. I'm doing this all blind. I haven't practiced any of this yet, so I don't know if this is gonna work or not. So that works. So let's just go back and see what we got. So we got layer 1, which I can label BK for background. This is whatever you want to call it. I'll just call it chair, but it's more like a little sitting desk thing. It's just derpy for no reason, just ever fly. Okay. So we wanted to do that parallax kind of scene that we watched earlier. That saved it. Cool. So what I did was I just made this background for another video, but then I just stitched the same one together on its end. So inside of the background here, there's 4 layers where we got this, which is ground, or terrain floor, which I call it, which is just a bunch of shapes and lines and stuff. And then we got this more complicated, there you go, more complicated symbol. We're inside of here, we can double click inside, and what do we got? So we got a whole bunch of stuff going on. We got the sky here, and then we got these trees, and these are tweening over there. And then we got this is a mask. Woo. Alright. Then we got this just general drawing layer, which is just a bunch of shapes and drawing, nothing too special here. And then we put them all together and lock it. The lock it makes the mask only show this mask here, so nothing will escape beyond that. It makes a little tree movement effect, and then outside of it, I just doubled it up inside of the symbol so I can just move this one thing. So that's how that works. I actually gotta make some rulers. So I right clicked, and then I went to rulers, where you can, do your favorite shortcut, Control Shift Alt R to get these on and off. F4 to go to full screen. Then I'm just gonna drag from the numbers here, make this little line here. These are just little helpers lines, so in case you want to be like, oh, I want to be like 200 pixels in, you can do that for whatever reason. I just use these to make a little boundary box so I know how big my stage is, so I can see these little blue right there. Good. Just gonna get these into rough positions. Not gonna worry about that too much. Let's go back. So we can kind of go back a bit. There we go. To this shot. So we wanna remake this kind of a shot where this chair stable thing. It's going real quick. So we can see this kind of has its own 3D thing going on. I want to close it. There we go. So I want to try and, I made this way earlier in another video, but I just want to see if I can hopefully just reuse the same art, so just to go a bit quicker. Let's just hide everything. Use a little eye symbol there. And it looks like this is all one layer here, but I want to make it different parts to animate at different times, so, or different ways. That was just bothering me. Okay. So I'm gonna, let's see, I think I'm gonna just duplicate the layer. duplicate the layer by right-clicking, so I can say the bottom one. What did they have? They had it like downwards, so mine's at a different perspective, so I mind that to be a different orientation too as well. So I'm just gonna have, looks like I'm gonna have to have the green part, green at the bottom here, and then the actual share part at the top. So now I know what I want on each layer. I can select and deselect parts of it, so I don't, this is a green layer, so I can get rid of anything that's not part of the green part. This, using my what is this? Free transform tool here. Do the same thing and kill everything else that we don't need. Okay. Ooh, whole bunch of stuff here. Almost. Okay. So what we got is this. Oh, but I also wanna, with this chair, also I want this side of it to be animatable as well. So I'll duplicate this as well by right clicking, and I could say let's have the side be below. So I can do this and then get rid of the copy. Okay, so that means, no, it just looked like it, okay. Looked like it changed into a symbol. Okay, so I can get rid of just about everything here. So I'm using the lasso tool, which is L as a shortcut. Let's expand it a bit. What have I got? A shortcut to get to, just want to get rid of this one dot. There you go. So I'm just fleshing this back out because I got rid of a bunch of it. Okay, yeah, I'm just playing with the line bit of it. Okay, so I could do the same thing again. Get rid of that. Everything I don't need. And because this will be behind, we can go ahead and expand it more than it would be, because it'll be hidden beneath it. And we can see some weird stuff going on. Ah, I see. Okay. So I can use E to use an eraser, make it a bit bigger, just kind of go whoop, and just kind of draw. Okay. What else is happening? That's going on. So I made a line. Gonna zoom in a bit. Line with the line tool. I to make an eyedropper. And I'm supposed to be doing a tutorial, but I'm doing too quick. Oh, jeez. Okay. Maybe I should have practiced this. So I know what I'm doing, so I can do it easier for you. Okay. Well, that's kind of it. Also wanted to make... Yeah, do that later. Okay. Let's just focus on the chair here for now. So I'm going to press F8. Function 8. What am I going to call this? Chair side. Make it a graphic. Everything's good. It'll show up here. Let's do the same thing for this. This will be chair main. Just have some subject to it. Okay, so now when I select it, it's all going to be connected or grouped together. And then go inside, we can still morph it around like that. But if I go outside of it, by double clicking to go back outside, then I can't modify the actual shape of it. So that's good. What else is this? This is still a shape, so I can still modify the actual contour lines, whatever you want to call these, anchor points. There we go. So I want to have the pole be a different layer, so I'm just going to duplicate again. If I was just drawing this, I would have, drawn it on different layers to begin with. But because I already drew it, I have to now separate them. Looks like the green's on top. Yeah. So that means this is the pole. Okay. I'm just gonna save real quick. Up. Okay. I just saved it and didn't want to show you my folder paths. What do we got? Okay. Same thing. L for lasso. Just to delete things a bit more organically. But we're still gonna go back and use a regular free transform tool to go in and manually delete things. You can also F4 to full screen. Go in and make this more rectangular, like that. Call this F8 pole, for lack of a better term. Go back in and now we're only looking at the green layer, so I can safely delete all this, and I know because I already made it a symbol I wouldn't be able to delete it anyway, because I wouldn't have access to the anchor points when I'm inside of the symbol. Delete that. I'm just gonna try and hopefully make this line a bit smoother just by playing around with some more anchor points. That's pretty good. Okay, I'm also gonna try and let's go in and make it a bit more rectangular here too. So I'm just gonna drag this down and just bring each of these little points here to the bottom, and then I can go in and press I and then click again, and it'll change back to the fill bucket. Okay, make these little umbrella shapes here at the bottom here. Kind of looks like a umbrella. Now I can select this red line, double click on it, press delete. That's all a bit cleaned up. Kinda happy with that. Okay. Now the main fun of this is that I have to extend this like that and then press F8. We'll see why later, unless I don't explain it, then we won't know. Okay. So what we got is now we got the chair side, this green divider, I guess I could have called it that, and then the pole. If we were gonna do like more complex animation, like actual rotating and stuff, I would worry about this little white dot, because that's where the center of rotation is. So if I move it down, the center of rotation would then be around that point. But we're not really going to be doing too much of that, so keep with that. I'm just going to test to see if this looks good. Actually, that looked really well. Just happy with that. Let's see what it looked like. It was like down. So I can kind of move these around, position these in relative spots where I want them by using the free transform tool. Okay, so now I got that, and I think we're just about ready to do that perspective thing, the 3D rotation thing from the actual show. Let's make it a bit bigger so I can see. So what I want to do is like the shot, it's going to be going across here, and as it goes across, we can see it rotate in space, so to speak. So I'm gonna hold Alt or whatever it is on Mac to on this section here on the layer that I want, just to unsee the other layers. I'm gonna go double click inside, back inside, and because these are all symbols, I can safely make animations to them. I'm just gonna let's keep it a bit short for now. What did I do? I pressed F6 for that. So for a starting position, it's going to be on the right and then travel left. So the perspective of it, let's say this needs to be shorter because we can't see it, can't see this on the other side. That means these are a bit more here. This would also be more like this. This might also be a bit shorter. And we can go over here, and that kind of looks pretty good there. Now, cross our fingers and then highlight all the layers with the general. Just marquee it. We're gonna right click inside of that yellow, go to classic and tween, create classic tween, and we see what happens. So this side part looked good. That's pretty nice. Pole travels nicely. So the main thing that we're seeing here is that the green part, because it flips like that, we're gonna have to make another keyframe around here, maybe even about halfway too. So I'm just gonna make more keyframes. I wasn't actually doing it on the right layer for that one. There you go. So right here should be more over here. And let's see if that worked. Closer. So I'm gonna make another keyframe, F6, and we're just gonna free transform it again. This is gonna be the tricky part, because I also know that I don't know the timing of the outside, so I don't know the timing of halfway, so I'm gonna delete this just to keep that. I'm gonna animate everything else and see what the timing, how long it'll take to get from here to here is the next thing. So let's see. Probably also gotta have a couple more, so I'm just gonna duplicate it. It's probably the easiest way to do this. You can also see the timing of that as well. Copy, paste, and that little line shows that we're in the same y-axis. Okay, so now we have derpy here, hider, and then I'm zooming out so I can see all of these at the same time. I'm just gonna go at the end here. We can already see that these are animating too many times. So I'm just all of them. Let's see, all these like that. There we go. And then we're just gonna slide them, holding shift, and then sliding them over. Because I didn't get derpy, she's actually gonna go forward. Make them all yellow. Classic tween, so I can see it easier. And we can see that's way too quick. So I'm going to extend this by marking more of these and then pressing F5 a couple of times. So that's about 5 seconds. So I'm just playing with this. Just these, and then do the same thing. Let's keep these all in line, because I'm seeing that when they go out, that they're hitting that border there. So now I know. Let's make it 150. How long is that in 24 frames per second? It's about 6 seconds. I hit the background. I wanted this. So I can get rid of this just for now, and then extend this to 150 to match the same amount of time. Hopefully it should look a bit more better. So it'll take the whole time to get to that other side, which actually you're seeing right now looks really good. can see all these, select, change the inner properties panel to same number, 150 per center. That's looking pretty good. Okay. So now, let's see. Oh, it looks the same. Duh, okay. What am I doing? I don't know. I'm just gonna look at one chair. There you are. So now we can make more adjustments and make this more final. So I'm just gonna adjust this a bit. So I was seeing that this side was a bit too long. It's also pointed up too high. Might have to go inside of the shape itself. Can I do that? No, okay. Never mind. Thought I could just pull all those little things down. Of course not. Okay. Let's make this a bit more flat. So I'm holding Alt to only affect the one side of it. So if I do this, it'll skew based on this and keep the other side locked. Because if I don't hold Alt, it'll do every side pretty much. There won't be any lockage. Okay, so main thing now is this. Let's see. Hold Alt and press that so I can lock everything except that. Okay. Gonna align it. And then whatever. What's up with 75? I don't know about that. And then we're gonna just go. And so I did a half, and then I did a half of that, and then I'm gonna just go around half of that, and then eventually these should all be good. Based on just how many helpers, so to speak, that we got. So we want to watch out for perspective, like this angle at the bottom right here to make it sort of flat. And maybe here. I'm going out based on the timeline, not looking at here. But I'm also kind of looking up there just to see what in context is going on. So I'm trying to keep it in the middle of the center here. So this area, this tween is going to be the most fidgety part. So what I'm doing is it's going half of that and then half of that. Just going in and fixing Flash's tweening problems. And if I need to, I did another half of that. So what happens here is that it's too big, so I'm just gonna help it along. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna right click on this tween, the whole tween, and do convert to frame by frame animation. That looks good. This is where it breaks. So I'm not holding Alt just to keep that. Let's see, context, it's about there. About half of that. And then bring this over. So just about half of that. And then there's where that is, and that's too tall. So right here it's about there, that's about that. So I'm just going to bring it down just a tad and see what that looks like. figuring out now that it probably should be based on the middle of that. So probably get to readjust most of these now. Even this might be wrong too. Like this, because it's like that. I think it might already be at halfway here. That's what I'm thinking. So here to here, and then clear. So now it'll freak out a bit, but that might be timing a bit better. Yeah. So we'll just have to help this part along. So what I was saying was I was trying to make from here to here, which is this center point of the chair here, was a bit not timed right. It was taking long to get to there. So I'm just gonna readjust practically everything now to be timed a bit like that. Might even be a bit sooner. Might even be right here. So like that. And then half of that be about there. So I'm just gonna get about around that angle. I'm seeing, what am I seeing? I'm seeing it getting a bit too thin here. So I'm gonna, so I just got rid of that tween, and now because I didn't actually switch it with a tween, wondering what's between here and here. It's like it's getting lower. That looks pretty good. And again, I haven't tested any of this, so I'm going into this blind. I'm actually seeing that this might be a bit too long. So I'm just going to adjust this here. Oh man, okay. So like that. So this one is messing a lot of things up. Should it be longer or shorter? It should be shorter. Based on the other one. Which means that this one should be here. Was that it? Yeah. So it's clear. And then, ooh, that looks good. Just position it and it might be good. Yeah, was a bit off there. I'm gonna hold Alt and see if I can wiggle it, rotate it. So right now it just goes a bit too low, so I'm gonna bring this one lower and this one a bit higher. So it kind of slows down a bit. So I can make this a bit faster by bringing the keyframe faster, which means that's not in the right position. This might be a bit quicker. this settles out. Might be a bit short. That's pretty good. Okay. So, yeah. Yeah, whatever. You know, I'm kind of actually happy that that almost worked a bit. So, to further, you know, do this right, get rid of everything else, I would have to change the chair, this part, by doing that, and then maybe I'll have to make another side. Bring this out. Go to my transform window or panel, which you can find in window. It's transform or Control T. Yeah, that's useful. I like keyboard shortcuts. Okay. So I'm gonna bring this out, align that. So I'm just gonna really mess this up. Ooh, that looks. That's what it needed. Okay. Now we can just align this sucker over here. Get it in context. Let me see. That's pretty good. I just don't want to overlap it with the wall there. So maybe about there. It'll be here, but then it'll disappear. See what that looks like. It's maybe a bit longer. There you go. Okay. Play. And there we go. Okay. Now I'm gonna press Control plus Enter, and that makes a preview. And I'm actually surprised that worked. It's been better, way better than I thought. We can slow down the green divider a tad, but that's just more work. Okay. So we got that. Let's go back to the original. Where am I? Play. And we got that, and we got this at a different perspective, so woo! No tracing of this thing here. There we go. Yeah, we did it. Woo! Okay. Okay, sheesh. Sorry that took a lot longer, but I did not know how to do that. Okay, yeah, so thanks for watching, and hope to see you soon where I do more stuff with me and you. See ya.